Welcome to our Week 7 lecture for Team Management. My name is John Scott, and this lecture is a continuation of Week 6, Communication within the Team. You'll recall at the end of last week's lecture that we were looking at positive conflict resolution, and in this lecture we look at a series of slides as to how we can best resolve conflict within a team in order to create a positive outcome for moving forward. So it starts by creating a communicative atmosphere. Usually communication will resolve conflict, and it's a matter of using one's social or emotional intelligence to work out the right time and place in which emotions can be diffused. Then as part of negotiation we need to determine what both parties want, what I want as the leader, what you want as the team member, and to hopefully identify some common ground, and in so doing building positive energy to strengthen the partnership. We then need to examine the root cause for the conflict, and that may involve a 5 whys analysis, asking why 5 times, so that as we look at options we are in fact addressing the primal cause of the problem, and that will be elaborated shortly in another slide. Fishbone diagram is a diagrammatic way of drilling down to a root cause, and when we do find that root cause, both parties are responsible for generating options for solving that cause, and in generating those options we dig deeper, we create a set of evaluative criteria as to how to judge each option, and then using that evaluative criteria we select the option that is most preferred for addressing the root cause of the problem as part of positive conflict resolution. It's then an onus on both parties to generate an action plan in order to put that option into place. So as we work through that procedure, whether it be team leader and team member or 2 team members, it's important that the leader never takes sides, and that as a leader we remain objective and neutral, we avoid subjective comments, we work on facts, we try and find a solution that enables both parties, including whether we're a party, to feel as if they've taken a step forward. And particularly in negotiating team members, ensure that one doesn't use one's leadership role to exert power and influence, and particularly if facilitating 2 team members, that we try and keep neutral as far as power is concerned in resolving the conflict. So in identifying the root cause to any particular conflict or problem between 2 parties, we need to continually ask why to get to the root of the problem. And empirically it's been shown that if we ask why 5 times, it's very likely we'll get to that root cause. Sometimes it happens on 4 whys, sometimes on 6, but very rarely on 3 whys. As I mentioned a moment ago, once we've found the root cause, we need to create options that lead to mutual gain, and we need to generate those options with the other party that the conflict is with, or if it's between 2 team members, and have evaluative criteria that each option can be assessed against, and have the 2 people involved in the conflict determine what the preferred option is based on that evaluative criteria that they've also agreed to. Once we have a preferred option, we then need to encourage commitment to put the option into practice and to encourage people to feel good about taking action. So it's always important to remember that teams are made up of people who are individuals in their own right, and they've got emotions and feelings, and the idea of any resolution process is to help them feel good about taking a step forward through an action plan. And once that's been achieved, celebrate accomplishments, particularly when goals have been achieved either on a team basis or personal, and to recognise each individual's personal motivator so that the reward is aligned to what motivates that individual. And that's the conclusion of our Week 7 lecture.